Good morning. Welcome to coffee, guys. Gonna give it just a few minutes and let people log on. So happy to have you guys all here. Thank you for joining us today. Feel free to drop some comments in the chat. Gonna give it just a minute. Happy Wednesday. Okay, so while people are joining, I'm gonna get started. Good morning, Christopher. Good to see you here. Gonna get started with some slides. I'll give it just a minute because I know it takes people a little longer to log in the mornings. And we've been gone a month, but we're back. Okay, guys, welcome to Startup Coffee. Startup Tucson is a nonprofit transforming the region's economy through entrepreneurship. I have some upcoming events for you all. So we have Startup Labs, and that is starting next week on Tuesday from 3 to 5, which will push into fundamentals. So this is our quarter where we're doing fundamentals. So make sure if you want to take the 5-part series and go through the Momentum Mentor Sprint, you sign up for this round of fundamentals. You have until Monday. If you've already taken Startup Labs 101, then you kind of have a pass. But if you want a refresher, you're going to want to sign up for 101, and then you're going to go through the full round of fundamentals. Christopher, we too have been fully vaccinated, but we cannot meet in person yet. I'm hoping soon we can get back in person because we want to see your smiling faces. Okay, so next up we have the Startup Tucson Food Accelerator. If you guys remember, earlier in the year, we announced we were doing this Food Accelerator. We got this amazing EDA grant, and we will be rolling that out in the fall. The summer will begin it, fall will be the accelerator part of it. If you have not gone into the website, check out the new platform, go and sign up for an interest form so we can get back to you as we're going through the process. We're providing some free e-commerce websites with our partnerships, and then we'll have the Food Accelerator. So if you're in the beginning stages of starting your food business, or you've already got into the food business and you really want to expand your knowledge, make sure you sign up for that because now is the time. And then guess what, y'all? We are hiring. We are hiring. And some of you guys have said, how do I become a part of Startup Tucson? I really want to work with you. Now is the chance. So make sure you jump online and you go to startuptucson.com/jobs. There are 3 jobs up there right now. If you qualify, make sure you apply. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. And now is the time for introductions. So do me a favor, drop your intro below. Tell me who you are, where you're watching us from. Tell me about your business. If you have one, do all the things, put it in the chat, and I will be watching the chat. And today we have an amazing coffee guest. I'm super excited. Last year during COVID, we had a chance, before COVID, we had a chance to go to Boca Taco and host our startup drinks. And so I've been trying to get her here for a while, and luckily this time we got her. So I am so excited to have Chef Maria on coffee today, and I am going to bring her up and have her introduce herself, and then we're going to jump into a conversation. Good morning.
I look half asleep, but I'm not, I promise. I've been awake since 5:30. I'll drop the kid to school. I'm working. So it's just my face, apparently.
Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Well, tell us about yourself, your business, all the things, because you have so many great things going on. So tell us about it.
Today is Cinco de Mayo, so I'm getting... it's one of the busiest days of the year for Boca, so I'm getting mentally ready. Nothing, was just working. I'm the chef and owner of Boca Tacos on 4th Avenue. In May 29th, it's going to be 11 years. 11 years of working, grinding, crying, throwing pots and pans, and laughing. It's just been the pandemic didn't slow us down. It kind of redirect us in a way that I think every person and industry should, sadly, something this tragic made us stop in our tracks and kind of like refocus ourselves. So yeah, and I was lucky enough to be invited to Top Chef, and I jump into the opportunity because, I mean, it's Top Chef.
We're going to jump into that in just a minute. Wait, don't tell all the goods. Don't give them everything all at once. I can tell you, pandemic-wise, I have been a loyal orderer, and I drive from the north side all the way downtown to come and get tacos and margaritas.
Thank you. Nothing like the Tucson community that kept every single local restaurant open. I'm a big fan of Shop Local. Because the money stays in Tucson, we provide jobs. Seems like my staff is full now. I have over 32 members now working with me, not for me. That's very important. It's with me because I'm in the trenches with them. So yeah, thank you, the Tucson community that kept us open, and the Tucson Fire Department, because every single firefighter came in and visited with their trucks. My wife is a firefighter, that's why.
Okay.
Fire family.
Well, tell us about what inspired you to start Boca Taco, because you're a wife, a mom, and a chef, and then here is Boca Taco, but you are a local, right? You
Yes.
born here but raised in Sonora?
Yeah, I was born here, raised in Sonora. My siblings and I'm the middle child. That explains a lot. People would know me. We were raised in Sonora. My dad went to U of A. Navojoa is the last city of the state of Sonora. So you get Nogales, Santana, Magdalena, Hermosillo, which is in the middle, and then Navojoa is the last one. And people from Sonora and Sinaloa, the dollar, when I was born 40 years ago, the dollar was very cheap. Not anymore. So they came, back and forth to shopping and all that. So I was born here, raised in Navojoa, came back for high school, and then went to high school here in Tucson. College, I just finished Pima. College is not my cup of tea with all my ADHDs known to mankind. And I started working my way up through restaurants. And I've been everything in the industry. And that's how I think I'm blessed enough to understand the industry from the inside out. I know that a restaurant will not function if you don't have a kick-ass dishwasher, because without clean dishes, we cannot produce food. So everybody has a key role at Boca. And I opened Boca with a business partner that only lasted a year, thank God. And that's it. The rest is history. I suck it up, buttercup, and I kept it open, and I've been blessed enough. And with ups and downs, don't take me wrong, it's not been easy by any means, but I am one of the lucky ones that I get to do what I love every day.
That's amazing. And I'm going to go back because you say you started the restaurant with a business partner, and that is a question we get is, how do I find a co-founder? Do I need a business partner? What does that look like? So I say I started my business without one, and I understand why not to have one, but there's also this question of, do we have to have one to succeed? What does that look like?
No, you don't have to, but if you do, you have to find somebody that sees your same vision. And it's the oil and your vinegar, and that will actually make a salad dressing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But also having in mind that it's, your money, his or her money. You need to have it in paper. That is key. You always have to protect yourself in the sense it's like, okay, I'm in charge of this, this, and this. Sign, lawyer, in my humble opinion. And then you don't get anything to, oh, we'll see what happens. He or she's been my best friend since whatever. And then no, because when money gets involved, another side of you turns on, because we're humans. It is what it is. But no, I don't think you need 90% of restaurants. They are founded by investors. I don't have one. I learned very, very hard. I live in Oro Valley, so when I was driving to Boca on Speedway, it was a daily, please God, let it be light, let it be gas, let it be water, because I was so behind paying bills. But I also learned that if you actually communicate with people, it's like, I know I owe you. Let me at least pay you $20 a day. So you establish a relationship with your vendors, with everybody, and they see that you're kicking ass too, that like you're trying. So that that gives the vendor or the other side, okay, well, she's trying. She's not in Vegas partying. So that's very important. Establish a relationship with whomever you're going to do business with, and get to that point to get to know each other in that sense. And the business partner, well, it's totally up to you, but I will say always protect your own.
Yeah, that's important. We say date them, make sure like we date them and see if we can kind of mesh with them before you just jump into bed with them and sign all these papers or not sign papers. And now we're business partners floating money in between things.
And also family. Family it's people, you can always hear this saying, it's like, don't ever do business with family. I lucky enough that like my wife and I have so different jobs. And my brother now, he's 31, 32. And he started at Boca and then he quit and went and actually learned from other places. He graduated from the U of A. He worked his own path. And now he came by when I opened Boca on 4th Avenue. I picked up the phone and I said, would you like to be my general manager? But this is this. As soon as you open the door, I'm your boss. As soon as that door closes, I'm your sister. And then one thing led to another, and we opened a tortilla factory that hopefully, if the city of Tucson allows all the permits to be A-okay, he's my business partner. But we have an LLC. It's 50-50. Money is 50-50. Like, we have a piece of paper signed and everything. And that actually is making our relationship way better.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. And I like that you're working with family and you're still putting it on paper, even though it's family, like this is paper, there's clear cut rules as you're going into this. So everyone understands kind of their place. Why tacos and tequila?
Well, Boca is actually named after a private, like not private, but a small beach in Navajo, Sonora, and it's it's about 30 minutes away actually from Navajo. So it's called Las Bocas. Las Bocas, it's plural for mouth. And tacos and tequila, because I wanted to showcase tequila, which is Mexico's drink, and mezcal. But if you go to the restaurant, we don't carry stream, like the tequila that you will find at the grocery store. Mm-hmm. Showcase boutique tequilas and small batches and more like good. And tacos, because tacos is any Mexican, business card. And the taco is Mexico business card. And I wanted to take it up, myself, and I don't know how to shut up my computer, to elevate the taco in my own perspective as a chef. So I realized that I limit myself of if you put a title on a restaurant, you limit yourself to cook something else. Like people will always come for the tacos because this isn't the title. But little by little, I'll be teaching my customers in the community that in Mexico, we eat other things than taco, or can be disconstructed and have the tortillas on the side. And at the end of the day, you can make your own taco. But no, that's why I put those two things together.
I love that. The tequila is amazing, y'all. You should probably go check it out. I'll be there later. Don't worry. Let's talk about the pandemic, because business was booming. I have been by a couple of times. Business was booming. The line was out the door, and the pandemic hit. And there was like this, I think everybody had this, oh crap, aha moment. How are we going to get this together? And you quickly pivoted into that delivery service. What was that like? And how did that affect you as the boss, as well as like your staff kind of going through it with you?
It was hell. I mean, there's more ugly words, but I don't want to sounds so crass. But it was hell. I said, okay, there's no crying in baseball. Let's do this. You're not alone. It's literally the whole world with you at the same time. So I just opened that little to-go window and started to. We do have the perfect vessel, I think, for to-go, which is a taco. It's not ideal because when you close that box and the travels, the taco will not be the same in your house, and that was my worry. Oh, it's not going to be the same. I mean, the quality was always there, but all those things that as a chef, I think. And then my business side of me is like, well, you come down, you don't care because you need to keep the doors open. And I had a quick meeting with my staff, and I said, I understand if you feel scared. I understand if you don't want to work, but here's the deal. I am married. I can stay home. My wife has a steady job. I can stay home for a couple of months and nothing will happen. With you guys, some of you live paycheck to paycheck, not because I don't pay enough, by choice, they're young. I want to do this. Let's do it together. And they said, we're with you, boss. So my whole team actually was rotating themselves. They did a rotation of themselves. So each and every member at least got 3 hours a day to work. So that kept it open. We closed open at noon. We closed at 8. And little by little, I remember the first to-go day, I sold $300, $400. That was not even covering the water, the gas. But I said, okay, I need to burn through all these food. And then I texted my whole staff. I was making family meals for them. I said, bring your own Tupperware so I don't waste my to-go boxes because I'm going to need them here. So I started feeding them. I started, getting them giving them a little peace of mind, because that's very important. And I was lucky enough to have enough toilet paper too. So I was giving them toilet paper. And that's it. And a year and so later, we'll still open, and I'm talking to you. So I am, knock on wood, blessed enough.
Yes. And that's amazing that your staff, I mean, they stick around, but they work together as a team to make sure, one, it stayed open, because without them, it doesn't. But two, together to make sure everyone was covered. But that shows the strength of you and the character of you and what you put back into them for them to even stick around through it.
Yeah, I mean, I said, go right ahead, claim unemployment. My unemployment insurance is going to, spike to the roof. You'll be damned if you do, you'll be damned if you don't. Yeah. But that was not even a question. I was not even thinking about that. And then my lovely wife came up with the beautiful slogan. It says, a taco a day keeps the Rona away. Right. And then we made shirts, and all the proceeds went to my staff. I just grabbed enough money to keep doing shirts and shirts and shirts. And every paycheck, I was giving them extra $100, extra $50 in cash, so they can, have food in their pantries and stuff. But no, and then we were also lucky that people started. We started selling margaritas to go, which that jumped our sales. And yeah, and little by little, we opened the indoors, and when all the pandemic was more control and the vaccines and all that. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to open now. And then won't. People don't want to work because unemployment is paying too much. And I'm like, seriously? Well, it is what it is. But like I said, knock on wood, staff is full.
Good. That's great. And it's the busiest day. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited to come later. But I want to talk about now during all this pandemic, and you're trying to keep the staff going and the business alive. You just flaunt off and do Top Chef. And who's going to be over here doing the Top Chef thing and the pandemic?
No. It sounds like that, but no. I got invited to Top Chef. I got invited, and I kid you not, I put it in the back of my head. I grabbed the email and left it seen. And I think a day or two later, we were having dinner, my wife, son, and I. And I said, we always have, it's like, how was your day? Blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, by the way, I received this very Top Chef email. And Lily and Renee almost choked. It's like, so you say yes? And I'm like, well, I don't know. That was before the pandemic. That was like literally 2 weeks before the pandemic. And I don't know, whatever. It was starting season. I was like pumped. Whatever. I'm not going to go. 2 weeks later, I emailed, yeah, I'm interested. Thank you for the invite. I went through everything. I went through Top Chef, honestly. Magical Elves is the production company that puts Top Chef. They are badasses. They take everything in consideration. And I went through every single interview, not because I just got invited. That means, oh, you're in. No, you have to. I mean, they have to like you, of course. And then that lasted about 3 or 4 months of paperwork, going back and forth. And then I received a phone call on a Friday night. I remember they told us they were going to call us on Monday. Excuse me. And Lily, Lily and I, was Friday, and we went, I want to go out. So we were going to watch a movie. And all of a sudden my phone rang and it said LA, and my chonies dropped. So I was like this with Lily. And I'm like, no. So I answered, and so. We just want to say congratulations. We want to welcome you to Top Chef Season 18. And of course, you want to play it cool. And then I hung up the phone and I pee my pants. And now, how am I going to keep this a secret? That was the hardest part. So only a couple people at the restaurant knew, which are my brother, my other Eddie, my other GM, my sous chef, and that's it. And I told my employees that I was going to be gone for a while, and it was going to be good for the restaurant in the long run. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do everything I can to keep these doors open. This is, as much as it's for me and my career, this is for you too. And they, okay, boss, are you going to be okay? I said, no, yes, I'm not going anywhere funky. We're good. So yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, so now we're on, I think, episode 5 or 6 is coming out next week.
Tomorrow is 6.
Okay, tomorrow 6, yeah, because it's May 6th. So tomorrow 6, we're 6 episodes in. Don't tell us anything, but tell me, how hard was it to go through this process of a reality show, and then doing it, and now you're representing Tucson. You are doing the Tucson thing, repping the tacos for Tucson.
Well, it was like I said, and it was the best experience I've ever had in my life. Besides giving birth to my son, meeting my wife, done everything that I've done, keeping the doors open of Boca. This was for me. Lily, I'm never going to forget what my wife said. I've been doing this, to keep the doors open, working. You need to do this for yourself. You need to prove yourself what we all see. So you need to show yourself that you can cook. And if this is the platform you need to do it on, do it. So I went, I cried. So far it's been 5 episodes, so I cried every single episode. I don't know if you noticed. Last week episode was one of the hardest for me to watch because I was the only mom. And just thinking about it, getting me all choked up. I miss my son and my wife, man. And it's just, you're raw. You put yourself out there through a plate. And I thought I was brave enough to do the Sonoran hot dog, and I did justice to it. But no, it's been amazing. Padma, Tom Colicchio, and Gail are gorgeous people. Padma can make your heart stop. That's how gorgeous she is. Gail, she's so petite and so cute. Like I just wanted to grab her and just put it in my pocket. Tom, honestly, Tom only wants the best for you. Tom is like, I always come, like, he has like an ass face, but he has the kindest eyes you will see in person. Tom Colicchio, honestly, is one of the coolest persons. He's chill, he's collected, but he's telling you things not because of TV. It's because he knows. So my hat's off. And now we got lucky that we got to meet the all-stars, all the chefs that been through the show and establish relationship with them. Quick on the side note, the other day, a chef from the show Insta message me, like, never doubt yourself, blah, blah, blah. You kicking ass. Like, we are a family now. We are a TC family. So it's cool.
Well, you were together for a minute, and that's amazing that, like, it was such a great experience.
Oh,
Would you do it again?
Yes. If I get invited to All Stars, I'm a little star apparently. If you get invited to All Star, if I get invited to All Stars, I will do it again. No questions asked.
Okay.
And I will start working out now.
Okay.
I walk every morning with my dogs. I don't go to the gym. I walk 40 minutes, let all the bad vibes out. Do I have the best condition? No. I'm fluffy, and I'm a fluffy person, and I embrace it. But shit, Top Chef, you run like a mother. You can feel the sweat going all over your back, and you're like, uh-oh, that's going to go places that you don't want sweat on. So, yeah, you need to work on it.
I love it. Okay, so your mom, how old is your son?
He is 12, going on 30.
How do you, and this is for my entrepreneurs that are mommies out there, how are you momming it, chefing it, entrepreneuring it? Like, I know there's no balance because they're teenagers and teenagers are hard, but can you give us some inspiration?
When I started Boca, I used to, it was on Speedway, and it was a tiny place. So I was blessed enough that my ex's parents were retired and they watch him a lot. But when I didn't have childcare, that kid came with me.
I love that.
That kid came everywhere with me. The restaurant depot, this, that. He was carrying boxes. He was putting the cabbage away in a little fridge. I have like pictures of my son, Yehai, boxing the cabbage and putting it away himself. I'm gonna cry. He was on top of sack of potatoes, watching with a tablet, watching a movie. And I said, Papi, you want to go to Boca? I said, he's like, yeah. Till this day, he's 12. And I'm blessed enough. I have the restaurant and I have an office, which he calls a dungeon. He has AC and a couch and a TV. And he's still, sometimes you walk into that office and he's still on the floor with his feet up in the air. But no, I mean, don't get scared. Sometimes you'll be super tired that you don't want a mommy and you don't want to be professional, but you have to. And people that are working with you, they will understand. And if they don't, well, maybe don't do business with them. But no, if they don't, you have to let them know, you know what, sorry, I'm a single mom, or I'm a mom with my partner working, no childcare. And if you need to explain yourself, do it in a way that those people don't have children understand no matter what. Don't put them in your face, with your son in there, but make him understand that we have to do what we have to do. And it's okay doing it.
Yeah. Wow. What we say for all of our entrepreneurs, we ask them, what is their special sauce? What makes them special? What makes them stand out? So I'm going to give you a minute to think about that. You guys drop your questions in the chat. I'm going to be pulling that in a minute. So Chef Maria, what is your special sauce?
Never be done. I mean, if I tell myself, oh, I made it, that's baloney. You're never going to make it. You're never going to get to your top because your top is infinite. Sorry.
Mhm.
Never be in compliance with. If you want more, get it more. If you want more, and never stop being scared. The minute you stop being scared, you get comfortable, and excuse my French, shit hits the fan. So that is it, man. You have to always, of course, I mean, be secure of yourself and be comfortable and all that stuff. But one tiny bit of you still scared, that's going to make you try harder and try better every day. I screw up all the time. You can go to Yelp. There's a shit ton of bad reviews on the restaurant. But I grab those bad reviews. If you ask Maria, Chef Maria, 10 years ago, I would have gotten their faces and, but if you ask Maria now, okay, well, they're entitled to their opinion. And I read the reviews like, well, that's wrong. I don't even serve that. So I look at it disconstructed, and I look at the review, and then I just sometimes see there's just angry people. They need to bark so they can hear themselves bark because nobody listens. And there's some valid critiques. So I take those valid critiques and I improve and improve. I personally, Maria, don't need to scream and bash a business to make myself feel better. This is giving cowards a voice. Don't let this dictate your business. If you know you have a formula, if you know you have the great location, the formula, whatever your business is, continue. But always proud, never doing the bad things, no stealing, no blah, blah, blah. If your conscience is 100% clear, you will succeed. Sometimes people need to go to those social venues and bash a restaurant or a business. For the life of me, I don't know why. Because they don't know what's going on. There are some people that never worked in the industry before, and they don't know what goes behind a restaurant. And that pisses me off because they're just telling me my son is ugly, and my son is gorgeous. I'm going to tell you a quick story. We're super busy, short staff, all the regular stuff. And there was 2 ladies that came into the restaurant. I kid you not. I just saw him and I'm like, oh, they're going to be trouble. But I didn't say anything. I just went. And then my server dropped chips and salsa and asked them, do you care for plates? Some people just grab the chips out of the bag and she got so offended. So they wanted to talk to the owner. Oh, what's going on? What kind of restaurant is this that asks me for plates for an appetite? She started making a scene. It's like, your server is rude. He's being okay to the other table, but not us. And the other table, like I could see with my corner of my eye, they're lying. And the tables around them were actually noticing them. Make the story short, and she started like screaming. It's like, ma'am. And I said, well, you need to leave, she told me. You're making a scene. And I said, okay, here it is. The one that I can make whatever I want because it's my restaurant. The one that is making a scene is you. And I said, and I see your friend opening on Yelp and bashing my restaurant right in front of me. You're entitled to your opinion, I said. But if you need to express yourself or how discontent you are and will make you feel better, I said, this one is on me. I'll take one for the team now. I want your day to get better. So go right ahead, talk shit about me, but please, I'm going to ask you to leave. So that tells you that maybe I went off topic, but that tells you that people need to just talk for some apparent reason. So don't let those bad vibes, don't let those bad comments, don't let those bad thoughts, because we do have bad thoughts. Mm-hmm. Don't let negative bank accounts stop you.
Negative bank accounts. It's hard for entrepreneurs because you're counting the pennies, right? You're like, oh, I got $10 to make this happen. And I think that stops a lot of people. Like, I only have this amount of money, and the world is telling me I have to have an investor to start this business. How do we move forward? And how do we do it cheaply, the lean way? Like, that is.
There's ways, and like I said, if you actually present yourself secure of yourself and talk to whomever you're going to deal with business-wise, I think that's a win-win, because the other person, let's say I need a fridge, but I don't have $5,000 to buy a fridge, right? But I can make a payment in the course of a month. So I talked to, Dan from Economy, that he's awesome. He's like, dude, I need a fridge. Take it and pay me monthly or pay me weekly. Okay, cool. And I said, thank you for doing this. And he said, in his words, if I don't do this, I won't sell fridges. But I need to be careful, because some people just take advantage of it and never pay me. Mm-hmm. So just always keep your end of the bargain when you're doing a business. And don't let the negative bank account. You have no idea how many years it was negative until Monday, until I get my deposits, until this, until that. And telling my manager that I couldn't pay him because I don't have enough money and I need money to buy meat. I had a gumball machine that actually helped me buy tortillas for the week.
Wow.
Well, I slept on the floor of Boca because I didn't have somebody to come and put beans at 7:00 in the morning, 6:00 in the morning. So I slept there. So I put the beans, went home.
Wow. Wow. That's determination. That's heart. That's grit. That's passion.
I'm stubborn, I guess.
That could be a part of it.
Yeah.
So today is your busiest day. It's Cinco de Mayo. What do you have planned? And then Sunday is Mother's Day. So what is the plan for the next couple days? What are we doing?
I'm going to stay here and I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to stay here. It's the world and we're good. Today we have specials. We have drink specials coming out of our butts, and we shrunk the menu. We shrunk the menu just to give people that premium service and to keep the kitchen balanced. We have a lot of specials, and hopefully people can come and have a good time. Remember, wear your masks when you walk in, go to the bathroom, put your mask on. Almost my whole staff is vaccinated, which is awesome. As a human being, I cannot force them to get vaccinated. There's a couple ones that don't want to, but they got not convinced, but they saw the pros and the cons and all that stuff. But and then Mother's Day, I'm just going to have a single special, and then I'm gonna have beer mimosas all day long.
Okay.
Special. I'm gonna have a cool mom dish, if you will. Uh-huh. And then I'm gonna have beer mimosas all day long for a couple bucks and call it a day.
Nice. So I'm coming tonight because it's Cinco de Mayo, and
I'll be there looking like a chicken without a head.
Best margaritas in town, you guys. I will tell you that it fueled my fire during the pandemic.
Yeah, thank you. And people actually they don't like. Some people love them, and some people they're too tart, because we use only lime lemon juice, squeeze.
Uh-huh.
We use agave nectar and a splash of OJ and simple syrup that we make our own. So it's 100% made in house. It doesn't come from a gun, which is awesome. But no, come and enjoy and relax. And if you're thinking of opening a business, do it. Do a business plan, put your pros and the cons, and always with a glass of wine or a margarita, because that will make everything easier.
Doesn't it? It makes everything easier. Okay, I have a couple questions for you. Jackie Bauer came because, what did she say? You're her girl crush. Food crush on Maria is what she said. And then there was a question Jackie also said, I heard people say that Boca isn't real Mexican because you get so creative with your flavors, which is why I like Boca so much. How do you respond to that?
¿En español o en inglés? Mexican. Well, this is the issue here. We're in a border town, right? Arizona was once Mexico. So people that grew up here generations after generations after generations, they make their own cuisine, which I consider Arizona cuisine. If you go to Mexico City, Guadalajara, Sonora, Monterrey, we don't eat chimichangas with enchilada style. We don't eat sour cream. We don't eat crunchy tacos with ground beef and lettuce and tomatoes. That is the Americanized version of Mexican food. That is the version that Taco Bell made to make money. So I respect the taco. If you go to Boca, you get the macho with the chile, you get carne asada. I respect the taco, but as the chef, I have to create something different. I have to come up and speak loudly. And as a chef, I'm giving the opportunity to the diner that doesn't have money to go to India and try Indian food, but does have the money to go to Boca and try a salsa with cardamom and curry. So I'm exposing them to flavors around the world, but in a version of a taco or a salsa. In Mexico, we don't eat the American version of Mexico, of here. I've never, I mean, we eat enchiladas, of course, and stuff, but it's not the way it's here. Sorry.
That works. Anna says, toilet paper and tacos. What more do you need? There were so many questions. Let me see if I can pull. There was one more that I really wanted to get to. Yeah. I'm bad at the question pulling. Let's see. Oh, here we go. What if he doesn't pull his weight, meaning your brother? How does that work out?
If he doesn't pull his weight, it's always there's always that on top of the table. Like if I do something, if I'm the face of the tortilleria, because that's where we're opening together, and you have to always look at the big picture. Okay, I'm doing this, this, and this because that's my personality. I'm intense. So I have to do the tortillas because I'm the cook. That's this. But he's doing stuff that doesn't require maybe a lot of manual work or doing this, but he's doing the logistics, the this and that. If it's not enough for me, we sit down and I say, bro, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, what's in here. Oh, but he's going to defend himself. And if we start having issues, we have an agreement that we part ways. That's it. Grab the money what you invested, and that's my money, and that's it. He's about to get married, so he is hungry in the sense that he's about to start a family. He wants to buy a house. We're water and oil. We are so different. He's calm. He is from 1 to 2 to 3. Maria goes from 50 to 1 to 3. And it works. And it works because we're so opposites. He calms me down in the sense that I give him scribbles and I said, make it happen. And he does this, the logistics of it. Yeah. In my case, it has worked. Knock on wood.
Perfect. Well, I have 2 questions for you, and then we're going to wrap this up because I know you have a busy day.
Thank you.
Can a quesadilla be made of potato alone? That's from JP.
Yes, of course. Who told you not to? Grab the quesadilla, or if you're going to use tortillas, in Mexico City, they sell quesadillas without cheese. That's a quesadilla. But in Sonora, quesadilla has to have cheese. So in Mexico, you're going to have, sorry, like Sonoran food. Wow, what's going on? Sonoran food, Campeche, Tampico. We have different styles. But yeah, you can make your mashed potatoes and make them like a pancake, like add a little bit more milk and put them in the skillet. And you're going to make like a potato cake or a latke per se.
Mm-hmm.
And just put cheese and fold it. Why not?
It's a good time with some salsa. It's a good time. I'm here for it. Okay, last question is, can you talk about the best or worst business advice you've gotten?
You know what? I was part of once of, when social media start getting, remember when start getting popular, Facebook's ad and this and that, and hire me and I will have traffic on your personal, all that baloney. I shouldn't hire who I hire now, Paul from Groundwork Promotions. He's always been with me in the sense that he does content coming from Maria. The content that now that everything is almost social media-ish, the content, you want that content to be real, not to be fake. And I was part of a group long time ago that created that fake get-togethers, and it was too forced to me. That I hated, and I wasted a lot of money. The best one, I do have a business partner in the sense of the building. I bought the building with somebody else because I own the building. And he is, I call him my Jewish angel. He's my guru. And we see each other. He sees the chef and he sees the restaurant owner. Always, always, always never take your eye off the ball. Once you start wondering, that's a no-no. I got approached not so long ago by a wonderful firm to open another restaurant on the east side, which I would love to. I just came out from the show. The news of the show was just breaking in, and I was way too busy. I took it about a month. I talked to the other people that were going to go to that space, and they were ready. And I took it about a month to think about it. And I always tell myself, less is more, quality over quantity. I always tell myself that. So I talked to the guy and I said, it will not be fair.
Did you freeze? Did I freeze? Oh no. Getting to the best part, guys. It was getting to the best part. I feel like she left us hanging. I'm now worried that I'm frozen, or maybe she's frozen. Somebody just drop me something and let me know if I am frozen. I feel like, we were right at the end. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We are frozen. I think I am moving. She is frozen. Thank you, Dre, for dropping that. I will make sure that I reach out to her and we can wrap up this conversation. I will go to the restaurant and record because I know this story is hot, and I will drop it again on here as a live video for you guys to watch. So thank you for joining us today. It has been so inspiring. If you're free tonight, go check out Chef Maria. I'll be around there about 5:30. Join us next month for another episode of Startup Coffee, and apply for the jobs, guys. StartupTucson.com/jobs. And have a great day, guys. Bye.